One Japanese clothing retailer, it's making a fast and furious march here in the U.S. That does not bode well for American retailers. Dana Mattioli has been following this. She's going to tell us all about it. Who are we talking about, Dana?
We're talking about Uniqlo. They're owned by Fast Retailing in Japan, and they have 3 stores in New York. A lot of people here don't know about them yet. So they're opening up this big San Francisco store, and it's really just the start of their attack.
Now, if you were going to compare them to an American retailer that people like, are they sort of in the vein? They're in the vein of the Gap, Banana Republic type thing.
Yeah. So Gap, Banana Republic. It's really high quality basics. So you would go there for leggings of all different colors, cashmere sweaters of all different colors. They're known for simple styles. They have this heat tech product that's kind of like an Under Armour that insulates the heat in your body. So it's reasonably priced. It could be a competitor for Gap, H&M, Banana Republic, Old Navy, so those types of companies.
And they're very nimble in terms of how they can transition in and out of fashions. They tend to do it very quickly, and they keep their prices low, which is what would seem to be such a threat to the retailers here in the U.S. Because isn't it true there's just sort of a finite amount of clothes that gets sold every year? It's not as if the market's just going to suddenly grow to accommodate them.
It doesn't expand like some other industries, and it's funny. So they're coming into the U.S. when U.S. retailers are looking to branch out elsewhere, and we think of our economy as slowing and hasn't been great the last few years, but the reality is this is still the biggest apparel market in the world. So that's why you're seeing Uniqlo making a big statement here. They think it's going to be a $10 billion market, or 1/5 of their global sales. You're seeing Zara coming over in spades, H&M. So they're really trying to get in our market, and it's going to levy an attack on some of the U.S. specialty retailers here.
Now, do these specialty retailers here in the U.S., Dana, do they then make the march overseas? I mean, I know some have done it more successfully than others. Some, like J. Crew, are very wary even about attempting this.
Yeah, you have to think of all the logistical issues that go into this. I mean, it's really expensive. You have to set up warehouses in different places. You have to find real estate. You have to find partners. So this isn't something that you do overnight. So that's what's kept us back a little bit. You saw the last few years, we're trying to go overseas by stepping into Canada,
right,
and testing the waters there. But that's not really a big push. So people are getting more aggressive about this and going to the Middle East and going to parts of Europe and Asia.
And Uniqlo, they seem to have these sort of super stores, if you will. I mean, these are gigantic shopping experiences. Is this the way things are trending for the successful retailers, as opposed to those sort of smaller stores we saw in the malls?
No, this is an anomaly.
This is an anomaly.
If you look at what's going on here, retailers are saying, everyone's shopping online, we don't need this massive footprint anymore. Gap is closing 20% of its stores.
Right.
So they're either getting rid of U.S. real estate or moving into smaller boxes, like Best Buy is doing too. So for Uniqlo to come in and open a 90,000 square foot store on Fifth Avenue, that's a huge statement.
But maybe if you are going to keep a bricks and mortar presence, this sort of experience is the way to go, as opposed to the mall experience, which hasn't been that good for some retailers in the past. I mean, it's sort of like going to the movies. If you're going to stay home and watch, you're going to stay home and watch. But if you go to the movies, you want that IMAX experience. Maybe this is the same kind of thing.
It is. It's entertainment, and that's what you need to get people through the doors. If you go to the malls, foot traffic's down. People don't shop there as much. You have online resources at your fingertips. So if you're going to go into it, make a statement, give people a reason to come through your doors and spend with you. And have you been to the Uniqlo store?
I have not, but now I'm game to do it.
It is just worth going to for the experience, honestly.
Well, that sounds again like what it's like to go to IMAX or to a huge, like a Wegmans shop. When you go to buy groceries in upstate New York, it's an experience.
Right.
Interesting. We'll continue to watch them, as I'm sure the American retailers will
Yes, they are.
as well. All right, Dana, thanks so much for being with us.